Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Today I'm doing okay. As requested, we're gonna do some rosettes today. So I have cut out, using my Cricut machine, several types of rosettes that we can possibly do, and I want to go ahead and show you how to put those together. As you can see, you can probably see this little pink, well, this very big pink piece of paper. So basically, I found a rosette in Cricut Design Space, several of them. If I can link them, I will. This one is going to be a big one. This is, I think I cut this out 6 times. Okay, this particular rosette was cut out 6 times. And I have a couple other ones here that I already basically started to put together. So all we need to do is just glue them together and put them onto our little disc. Okay, so for those who are not familiar of how to assemble a rosette, I'm gonna finish doing this one for you. It's just basically like mountains and valleys of how you want to fold it. So you're just gonna, you know, these are scored. You're gonna fold it down. The next one is gonna be folded up. Next one is gonna be folded down. This one is going to come up. This one is going to go down. This one is going to come up. And you're just going to continue to do that until you get to the end. So like mountain and valleys, like a little accordion. Okay. So this one has tabs on the end, and basically how you want to attach this, you know, to the previous one. So these were all attached. I just used some glue to attach these. I use my art glitter glue. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this one glued on here. So this little short end tab here is what I'm going to use to glue to this part right here. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, gonna get this one attached. You can see that. Okay, so just attached it to that little tab. And I also like to go back and just crease it just to make sure that it's glued down well enough. And I also like to go back through it and make sure that these are all going the direction that I need them to go in. Okay. So just like a little accordion. You want to make sure that these are all folded on their score lines very well. Okay, so you're going to have something like this. This one is going to be a big one, guys. All right. So now that we have this sort of this long strip of paper, we're going to have to attach it this way. Okay, so there's a tab. This tab is coming up. This one is going down. So we're going to attach it just like this. Okay, so let me go ahead and get it attached. Okay. Just make sure you get it lined up how it's supposed to be. So this is just pretty much a giant circle. Okay. So this is what we have, just a circle. So this is our top part. This is where our little design is. This is called a stamp rosette, and this is the other part to it. This came with it as well. So this is one layer. This is another layer. And I just used the stamp that I got from Hobby Lobby and just stamped like a little happy birthday sentiment here. But you can put any sentiment that you like. Okay. So now, let me see if I can back out just a tad bit. Let's see here. Okay, so now that we have this circle, so this is our top part of our rosette, the part with the decorative edge. So you want that part to be at the top. So basically what we want to do is we just want to, you know, put it down with the top part on the bottom here. I got my glue gun heated up too because we're going to need the glue gun. And I have a circle. So I just printed this circle out. This is a 5-inch circle. Hopefully this is big enough for our rosette. I just printed this out in Cricut. So basically I have my circle here, as you can see, And I'm just going to smash it down like this. Okay, can you guys see that? All right, so we have our circle. And this is basically our rosette. So let me go ahead. So yeah, our little 5-inch circle is going to be fine. So with the little thing here, this is going to be what holds our rosette together. So normally, ideally, you would go ahead and you would put your hot glue onto your circle and you would scrunch this up into the glue. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully my glue gun will reach. I don't have a long enough cord, and it probably won't, so I'm gonna have to move this over here a little bit. So I'm just gonna put some hot glue on this little disc here. And I might need to get another glue stick. But we'll see. Okay, so I think I got enough for right now. Okay, so I got that much glue. I'm going to put this over my circle and I'm going to smash it down and I'm going to scrunch it up into my glue. Okay, and I'm just going to hold it here until I feel as if, though, you can close up your circle. You can make it as big or as small as you want. I'm just going to hold it. Okay, look at it. Make sure that your pleats are the way that you want them to be. Okay. And just hold it down until the hot glue basically grabs a hold of the paper and holds it together. Okay. So there we have our rosette, and I'll turn it over so you can see. So this part doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you're a perfectionist, you know, you can try to get it perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Okay. So basically, what's going to go, this is going to go on top of our rosette. Okay. And you can put this any way you like. Unfortunately, I like it this way, but I already, you know, put my my sentiment this way, but that's not a problem because what I can do is turn it over. And if I wanted to stamp it again, I could. So if I wanted it to go this way, you know, just be mindful of how you want your paper to be. But I'll leave it this way for now since I already have it this way. So this will go on top. So you would just glue this down. And what I would do is I would attach it. I have a dowel here. Simple dowel. I think I got these from Hobby Lobby. But you would basically attach it to the back of your rosette like this. You know, put your layer on top. And what you can even do too, I have another circle. These are 2 inches. I can glue this down here so I can have something to attach this to. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just getting some hot glue on this little disc. So just some hot glue. I'm just going to put it right here in the center. Okay. And you can decorate these however you want to decorate them. You know, make them extravagant as you want. Today, I'm just showing you how to put these together. So they're not going to be too extravagant. You can pop this up on some foam tape. Well, let's do that. Let me see if I got some foam tape here. Just to give it some type of dimension. And then if you want to put anything else, you know, like around it here, you can. So let's go ahead and get this glued together. So let me get my glue. Okay, so I'm just gluing this together, making sure I get all these little edges. And then too, if you wanted to give this dimension, you could have propped this up also on foam tape instead of gluing it down. Okay, so I got the glue on there. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it to our paper. Any way you like. You know, if you wanted to make this like a different type of offset it, or, you know, any way that you wanted to, you could do that too. Okay, so we have that glue down. And I'm just going to prop it up with some, got my Dollar Tree foam tape here. I think I'm going to use 2 pieces. So let's see. think I'm just going to attach it to here. Yeah, we'll use 2 pieces. Okay. Guys, we had a touch of spring, okay? We had some 80-degree, almost 90-degree weather, and guess what the temperature is today? It's like in the 40s. I can't take it. I cannot take it. Okay. All right, and I just prop that right on top. And there you have it. Okay. And like I said, you just glue your stick to the back here. Or if you don't want to put it on a dowel, this is basically how it will look. If you have a thicker one, you can use a thicker dowel. I do have a thicker one that I might use. I mean, you can basically use this in a like a gift basket for a birthday, have it sitting right, you know, coming out of the basket, or you can basically use it for anything you like. Okay, so that was one. That's a big one. Let me show you a different one. So this is how this one looks here. This is how the top edge is going to look for this one. So again, let's go ahead and get our mountain and valley fold. If you can see those score lines on there. Okay, see the score lines. Okay, again, up and down. Up and down. That's how you want to fold this. Okay, up and down. So you can make these pretty much as big as you want or as small as you want. So this particular one, I'm going to show you with just by doing this with this strip of paper, and I'll tell you how long this is. So I'm just up and down is what I'm doing. Mountain and valleys, accordion style. And you can let it go. Just make sure you just follow your pattern. Okay, so here we have it. Scrunch it up just to make sure that everything is going the way that it's supposed to go. Make sure that all the score lines are scored very well. Okay, so this is going to make a small one. So this is going to basically, let me find it. This is going to be how big this one is. Okay, that's this strip right here. So this strip is, let me see if I can measure it for you. Let me just pop out a ruler. So this is about 11.5 inches. Okay, it's about 11.5 inches for this strip of paper. All right, so now with this one, I have a smaller disc. This is about 1.25 inches of a circle that I printed out in Cricut. I just made these circle numbers up too. If you have a circle punch, you can definitely use that. So this is where our decorative edge is. You can see that at the top. Okay. So basically same thing. What we're going to do, it's going to go in this way because you want your decorative edge. And sometimes when you first do these can be a little bit tricky at trying to get them to lay down. But just take your time. See, this one is not working for me, so I'm just going to scrunch these up again just to make sure that my folds are the way that they're supposed to be. Okay, and let's try this again. Okay, so this is how little this one is going to be. So let me get some glue on our little disc here. Trying to do this with one hand. And trying not to burn myself at the same time. So we just got a little bit of glue on our disc. I'm just going to hover this over. Okay, and I'm just going to press inward into our glue. And I'm just going to hold it here for a moment. So it does take some practice and some getting used to doing the rosettes, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. Okay. So this is how this one looks. Cute, right? And this is how the back looks. Okay. And let's do one more. This particular rosette has like this little indentation at the top, if you can see. Okay, see how that puckers or buckles here? You see that buckling? So I'm going to show you what type of rosette this one makes. Okay, so this one, the peaks go backwards. You can see that they go backwards. Okay, so let me get another disc, small one. Let me grab some glue on our disc. So much better when you have the ample amount of supplies. So just got a little bit in the center, and I'm just gonna press this down. Okay. See, not bad. Just gonna go ahead and hold it. And I'll show you what this one looks like. Okay, so this is this one. Okay, you see the edges on that. Okay, so not bad. Just make sure your pleats are the way that you want them to be. Okay, and I do have one more that I'm going to show you. So this is basically, this one here is basically the same as this one, but instead of our pleats going backwards, these are going to come forward. So as you can see, if you can see those, these are coming forward. So basically what I did was I folded these so that these buckle like this instead of buckling backwards. Okay, so the other one was backwards. These are coming forward. Okay, so these are going to come forward. Same, you folded the same way your mountain and valleys, but these are coming forward. So we're going to see what type of look this one will give us by this being folded this way. Okay, so these are all going this way instead of coming this way. Okay, so, oh, let me show you how to make it into a circle. So I got to cut this part off because as you can see, this part is coming up and our end part is coming up. So we want those to be opposite. So let me grab our scissors, my scissors, and I'm just going to cut this part off here right at the crease here. I'm going to go all the way up, just following that crease. Okay, I'm just cutting it all the way up. Okay, so now we have something like this. And I'm just going to take this. Now this one is coming down and this one is going up. And I'm just going to join them together like this. Okay, so let me get these glued. Put glue on this side. Okay. So I'm just going to glue these two together like this. And you just want to make sure that they match. So as you can see, this is gonna, it's still following in line with my pattern. Okay. Let me just go ahead and recrease it. Make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to do. Just do this side. Just recreasing it. Okay, so this is what our top part looks like, if you can see. Okay, so we want our top part facing the table. Let me grab another little circle disc. add some glue to the center. Okay, so just got a little dollop there. I'm going to place this over it. Okay, and I'm just going to smash it in. And hold it. So these are going to give you two different looks. So depending on what look you're going for is what you're going to get. And this is just these here. All of these are made with one strip. Just one strip, okay? And I'll show you what this one looks like. So this is the outcome of this rosette. Okay, these are puckered going up. If you can see. It's almost like a little 3-dimension. Okay, and this is the one puckered going back. This is more rounded. Okay. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Okay. All right. So that's using one piece of paper, like just one strip. If you double these, if you use these as two, you're going to get a bigger circle. Okay, so this is using 2 of the strips. And for this one, I would think that we would need a bigger disc. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of the 2-inch discs here. Okay. So again, these are I've already creased these. Just going to crease them together. I've already attached it to make my circle. Okay. All right, so I am going to add our glue to our circle. Just in the middle. So here we have our glue. Make sure that my top part that I want at the top is facing my table. And I'm just gonna press down and scrunch it up. And you can let this go a little bit to make it as big or as little as you want. So if I let it go a little bit, it's going to get bigger. But you just want to make sure that you have a disc, a circle, like a backing that's going to be big enough for you to adjust the sizing to the way that you want. Okay. So just make sure you hold it down so that the hot glue catches the paper. Oh, here it is. So this is what we have using the 2 strips of paper. Okay. And use whatever type of paper that you want to use. I'm using 65-pound cardstock for all of the rosettes that you've seen today. So you don't need anything heavy. But if you want to use 110-pound cardstock, go for it. You know, whatever makes you happy. You can always also, you know, top these with a circle. Which I'll top this one with a circle. So just put some glue on your disc. Cover it up. Cover up your hole. And then you can basically embellish these however you want to embellish them. Okay. So I'll put a circle on top of this one because the hole was bigger. With these, the holes are not that big. So depending on what I put on the tops of these will determine if I need to put a circle at the top or not. I mean, we can, but here, I'll put another circle on this one. Okay, so just a little bit of glue, and I'll put it on top here. Okay. So like I said, embellish them the way that you want. But these are pretty much our rosettes. They're pretty simple and easy to put together. They're not hard at all. I probably would, I have a birthday gift that I'm working on, that I have another video that's going to be coming out soon to show you what I put together as a gift. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of these rosettes. They're super simple and super easy. All the rosettes we made today are from Cricut files, so you don't need a metal die if you don't have it to do these. So if you have a Cricut machine, you can do these from Cricut. If you do have dies, you know, just follow the directions according to your die and just get it together and experiment, guys. Just experiment with it. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. Leave them in the description box below. But yeah, as always, guys, I am so happy that you joined me today because I know your time is very valuable and you can spend it doing anything else, but you decided to be here with me, and I so appreciate you. I also want to thank each and every new subscriber that I have gotten over the past couple of weeks. I appreciate you so much for joining the channel and joining our happy crafty family here. And as always, guys, be safe and be blessed. Bye.